Hi guys, it's Calysta. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through the very first Lord's Mobile birthday and some of the events that they have going on, in particular the Monster Search, which is the very first event that's kind of kicking off a series of things that are going to be coming up, all in honor of Lord's Mobile's first birthday. This monster is called Serpent Vizier. I am assuming a French accent because Bon Vivien was very clearly French, so I will say Vizier instead of Vizier. Who knows if it's right? And this monster, for those of you that are new to what these monsters mean, I think the reason people get so excited and start hoarding energy is because they do have tremendous drops. Now, every 3 hours, this monster will spawn, and there will be 3 monsters per spawn. And those monsters are going to spawn anywhere in your kingdom. So for smaller might guilds, assuming you have a pretty full guild and a very active guild, you have every opportunity to find these monsters. Coordinate yourselves, get organized. You can have certain people that have certain coordinates assigned to them. That's what I'm doing here. I had a specific set of Y coordinates that I was responsible for, and you can see me kind of scrolling from left to right, searching. Everyone in my guild that was active and signed up is doing the same thing, and that is going to maximize the chances that you have to find that monster. You could do south, east, west, north, and split out the guild that way, and everyone has specific sections of the map to search. Very quickly, we already had 2 coordinates that were posted within my guilds. I ended up going to the second one for no reason other than was just the one that I clicked, and you can see we have a couple of folks from other guilds there. This was the very first spawn of the first monster, so we didn't necessarily know what lineup from a hero perspective would make most sense, so you're kind of just hitting blind that very first shot until you can compare notes with other folks to figure out what works best. But the goal here is to really get off the strongest shots that you can, so times 10, 15 if you have it, more. You're really looking to maximize the amount of energy that you're using per hit, and you're trying to hit as often as possible, because again, the drops of those monsters are going to be really great. And another thing to mention is when you compare the Serpent to Bon Vivien, I believe, or at least it feels that way to me, that Bon did take a bit more energy to bring down as opposed to the Serpent. The Serpent went down very quickly. Now, we could also potentially theorize that the reason for that is people know what to expect this time. So as soon as this was announced, I know we had a ton of people buying some of the monster packs and really upgrading some of their monster hunting gear, making sure that they were maximizing their monster research, all to be able to take advantage of this specific event. Now, you can see on the map that it does start to get really crazy, and I am sure it is like this in every kingdom where everyone is trying to target this monster, especially folks that were around for the holiday monster. They kind of know what to expect, and then all the new guys, right? So you will notice that depending on your device, you might notice a little bit of lag. I have heard that. It's also important to know where to click to be able to select the monster. So you shouldn't be clicking on the monster itself. If you try to do that, you're going to notice you're accidentally going to click a castle. You're accidentally going to click all the people that are walking to the monster. You want to either click on the monster name or click the tile, really, that the monster is located on. So that's something that I think we all learned with Bon, was kind of where to click. And it can be easier if you're on an iPad or a larger device, and if you're on a small little iPhone, it can get really difficult, right? Because it's easy to fat finger what that tile is. But again, you want to make sure that you are hitting the tile and not the monster itself, so that you're not wasting a ton of time, clicking around on the wrong things, because again, so many people are sending attacks that it will come down in terms of its energy pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that, again, you're able to effectively hit it, maximize the amount of energy that you're using to hit it, and you want to hit it as often as possible. You want to make sure before you show up to these types of monster hunts that you've equipped your monster gear, and that you're ready to go, because timing is going to be of the essence. I think the faster that you're able to get to that coordinate, and which is why I'm stressing so much that guilds need to get organized to have a good chance of finding this monster first, because you can port your castle closer to the monster and be able to hit it more often. right? And that's really important. Now, another really cool thing that you'll notice here is I only can go up to 24k from an energy perspective, not a lot at all. So you guys that have way lesser might than I do probably have way better monster research than I do, right? So you're going to get better drops. So that's great. I'm super jealous. I am going to focus on the monster research. I've been in a spot where I've been really focused on troop building and getting T4, and that's where I focused a lot of my time. You can see here, I ended up hitting the monster 15 times, which is good. I did improve my speed, so you can notice that when my troop was walking back and forth, he did walk somewhat quickly, as quickly as that guy can walk, right? Because he looks like he just had a massive Thanksgiving meal. But you can see what some of the spawn rewards are, and a lot of it is going to be really three things. It's going to be gold, it's going to be research speeds, and it's going to be stars. And those stars you can use in the labyrinth. There I got a 3-day research speed, which is really cool. I was really happy about that. Those are pretty rare. You're not going to see gems in this one, and you're not going to see regular speed ups in this one, and that's something that we did see in Bon Vivien. Those stars, however, you can use them in the labyrinth, and I did get lucky. After a couple of days of hunting the monster, I did accumulate quite a few stars and was able to get about 30k gems in the labyrinth, just using the stars that I had, not spending any money on it. So you can get gems. It's just not in a direct way. It's in a very indirect way where you get the stars, and hopefully the stars can help you get the gems. Another thing that you can get are spectral chests, where they give you the opportunity to get pay-to-play heroes. I've gotten a couple of those, and I've only gotten 1 medal max. So don't know what the drop rate is there. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are super excited about all the things that are going to be coming up for the first birthday. Feel free to leave any comments down below, especially if you have any suggestions in terms of searching for the monster or any techniques. Thanks so much for watching.